I'm Jaylene, and welcome to ABC News. To kick off tonight, we have some rather disturbing information, and the word is the stock market is plummeting as we speak. With more on the issue, Carl.
I'm here at Wall Street in New York City to report what seems to be the worst crash our economy has ever seen. The streets behind me are busy with people rushing to the banks before their money is gone. How might we have gotten here, you ask? Perhaps the carefree ways of the past decade could play a role in it. The bliss of the 1920s has set us up for what I fear will be the most trying times of our natural lives. More to come tonight. Back to you, Jaylene.
Thank you, Carl. Now to discuss a little more about how the 20s could have possibly put us in danger, economist Sharon Johnson with the scoop. Thank you, Jaylene. It's a pleasure to be here. Looking at the trends from 1920 to today in 1929, a couple things introduced to the public we all know very well at this point were laissez-faire economics and credit. The concept of buy now, pay later, and the looseness of the government encouraged people to be more free with their money. When banks were constantly giving out money in loans and credit for their profit and our enjoyment, little did we know such a crash would come from it. So, get out there and try to save all the money you can, because things are about to go downhill fast. Great advice, Sharon. You heard it here first, folks. The economy is in a tough spot, and only you can help you at this point. Now, hopefully for some good news, we're gonna swing it on over to Al for weather. What's the verdict, Al? Unfortunately, we are entering quite the dry spell, unlike anything I've ever seen before. We have a warm, dry wind coming up from the southwest. I would predict would dry out the entire continent, really, but especially in our great United States. I would not advise planting anymore if you are a farmer right now. I took this crop from outside, and as you can see, it is struggling, and we are only in about the second day. It's about to get a lot worse. Back to you, Jaylene. I gotta say, Al, that was not the news I was looking for, but my heart goes out to all the farmers. Hopefully this Dust Bowl will end and you can get back to living your lives just as we all want at this point. We just want to go back to living our lives, but breaking news. We have World War I veterans at the White House. More on this story, Susan. Hello, America. Reporting live from Washington, D.C., we have thousands and thousands of former U.S. military troops here fighting for their promised money for serving in World War I. As you can see, it's getting very loud here. It's very populated. Over here in the field, you can see camps in the distance. That means they're not planning on leaving anytime soon. The president may have something more than what he bargained for by not giving them their promised money. These people have come from all over the United States, all the way from Washington, California, Iowa, all over. So, we will be seeing a lot more of these men in the weeks to come, I'm afraid. Back to you, Jaylene. Wow, America is really taking a plunge here, but don't fret because I'm sure we'll have everything figured out in a few months. The stock market will be back up to where it was before. We'll all be happy again. But for tonight, that's all we have. I'll see you tomorrow on ABC News.
Several months later.
Welcome back to ABC News. We've been living in the Depression for a while now. We've all felt the pain from having zero money, that's from farmers having no crops, and everyone losing their homes, having to rely on Hoover bills, which, thanks Hoover for this, and there's no jobs, and therefore money is scarce for a lot of reasons, really. For advice, take advantage of the soup kitchens. They're there to help you. You should not feel ashamed. Kids, stay in school. Violence is not an option. Just keep positive. This is only a small amount of time in your lives. Go to school. Hopefully, new President Franklin Delano Roosevelt will help us out, and we have our special visitor tonight, President Roosevelt himself, on his New Deal.
Howdy, FDR here. It's a pleasure to be here. My New Deal will help us out of this depression. It'll give money to the people. It'll provide jobs for those in need. Young men, old men, all the men. It will stimulate the money in the economy. And in this state of emergency for the United States, it is so important. It is the best for the United States. Please take into consideration what we're missing here, and that is money and job opportunity. This will help with that, with new agencies. It's great talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you, President Roosevelt, for your personal insight on your plan. I think it'll be a great addition to our economy, as we do need the help. And we really are in tough times right now, so keep in mind about who around you is struggling, who has jobs. Not very many people. We're all broke right now. Even us in the studio are struggling at this point. And I really do think the New Deal and the agencies with Social Security and AAA, it'll help us out so much. The people in retirement, people with disabilities, farmers, so many people will be helped. And it really is for the better of our great United States.
Several days later.
Hooray! The New Deal is working! Yeah! People are getting jobs again. We have farmers doing farming other than just, renting out their rooms to people. We have young men working for roads and other services for little wage, but it's so much better than we had before. And the agencies are going strong. Some are deemed unconstitutional, but it is progress, and ultimately it was the best for the United States of America, and it's helping us move along in this depression. So stay strong, America. Signing off. This is Jaylene for ABC News.